Hi there, everyone. It is currently, well, the 16th going into the 17th of May 2013. Cyclone Mahasen, now a remnant low, continuing to push off here towards the north. You can see here on the microwave imagery, well, making landfall right around the 06 universal time. It actually sped up prior to landfall here. Upper level trough off towards the north, really grabbing it. And then right after landfall, starts to looks like it's looking to seek some moisture, but there is nothing here. And it jettisons off at about 50 kilometers per hour. And now the storm is also rapidly de-intensifying. What do I mean by that? So you can actually see here on the enhanced infrared imagery. Take a look at all that dry air inflow wrapping into the storm. It lost its moisture source down here towards the south. Pull off this enhanced IR and just look at the IR. We can really see it here. Just falling apart. Fairly clear center of circulation now as it's over eastern India. It's still dropping some heavy amount of rain. But speaking of rain, here in Chittagong, you saw about 60 millimeters of rain the past 24 hours. Just towards the west, we saw reports of upwards of 1 to 200 millimeters. But more importantly, there was a storm surge here, upwards about 1 to 1.5 meters high, right near coastal areas. And actually inundated some 25 villages. Now, that is not homes, but 25 villages were inundated on the Ganges River Valley, just towards the west of Chittagong here. So, a very serious storm indeed. Now, thankfully, it did move far enough here towards the west. Actually, landfall was here just west of Chittagong. Where we were possibly thinking of where this was going to go down there towards Burma. And this is actually that landfall, an image right at landfall from that microwave imagery I showed you earlier. And just so the center of circulation, the bulk of the precipitation off here towards the northwest. But as you can see here, we have those long stretch of onshore winds off here towards the east. Well, we did see some coastal flooding, but thankfully, once again, all those refugee camps, well, it does look like they missed the worst of this storm system, but still some gusty winds did come through here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we hear any damage reports from here farther down towards the south. As far as Bangladesh, though, 1 million people were moved to evacuation shelters. Really, the World Bank helped out after the 1991 cyclone that killed over 130,000 people. And now, these days, there are these cyclones across much of the low-lying areas in the country. But this is from the JTWC, their final warning on Tropical Cyclone Mahasen, and also the India Meteorology Department, their final warning on the cyclone moving through eastern India and rapidly de-intensifying while doing so. Satellite imagery also shows this very loose and very hard to tell if even if it's a cyclone on this image. And then, meanwhile, though, we are also continuing to update here on the deaths coming out of Bangladesh. Also, Sri Lanka climbed to 8. A boat capsized earlier in the week. 42 people still have not been found from that. Really, all in all, the current death toll does lie somewhere around 70 to 80 people if you do count all these 3 separate events. And mind you, the storm is still ongoing and we still are not getting the full depth and analysis coming out of Bangladesh here. So hopefully we do not see any more reports of any casualties or damage coming out of the low-lying areas here ahead of this storm when it made landfall. But given the amount of rainfall and where it made landfall, there is the possibility. But as after this pushes off there towards the northeast, let's take a look at the forecast. Because through Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday, really nothing down here. We have a few bursts in the Bay of Bengal, but nothing happening off there towards the west. And also, the Western Pacific remains rather quiet as far as tropical activity. So with that said, this is going to be actually our last video update dedicated solely on Tropical Cyclone Mahasen. Thank you to everybody who did follow along with us throughout this update. We're still going to be putting out some posts here at the website, so please go to westpacweather.com. If you have subscribed to the YouTube channel, this is also where we post a lot of updates. We're also talking about the wild weather across southeastern China recently, where there was a tornado actually there and several deaths reported, thunderstorms in Japan and also China, and then that storm surge, and just all sorts of other information we continue to post here, not to mention the daily satellite analysis, which was just put out actually a few minutes ago before making this update. So stay safe out there, everyone, and thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.